What's up, everyone? We just finished the first chapter of Menzuo, The Calling of the Sun Prince, His Arrival. You got to see Menzuo, also known as Jamal, being dropped off at an orphanage in Seattle, Washington. He gets to meet Miss Susan Meeks and also the children of the orphanage. And later that night, things got very, very strange. While putting him down in the crib, Miss Susan Meeks is visited by Menzuo's father, King Zensual. He tells her of her importance to his son on planet Earth. Knowing that this is an orphanage, she knows that things can change for him very quickly and he can be adopted. And that comes into fruition very quickly. Enter Stephen and Crystal Hall, two new parents that are looking for a kid. And that kid is Jamal. Throughout the week, he spends that one last first week in the orphanage with the kids having a ball. But at the end of the week, he goes home with the Hall family. And now Jamal is now Jamal Hall. And this is where we pick up in chapter 2, and we're getting ready. Chapter 2, The Big Move. The next morning came very quick. The sun was shining bright through the window and right onto Miss Meek's face, gently waking her up. She stretched, then gathered herself before making her way to the crib. As she looked down, she saw Jamal was already awake. "Hey, you. I guess you know what time it is, huh?" she said as Jamal smiled at her. She reached down to pick him up. "Let's get you into some fresh clothes. Your new parents should be here any minute to pick you up." After she dressed him, Miss Meeks took Jamal down to the kitchen to get him some food. The kids started to trickle in as well. "Good morning, Miss Meeks." "Good morning, Jamal," they all said as they made their way to the kitchen table. "Good morning to you all, too. I hope you all slept well," Miss Meeks said. The kids responded in unison. "Yes, Miss Meeks, we did." Mr. Collins brought the food to the table for them to eat. "Well, baby Jamal should be leaving pretty soon, huh, Miss Meeks?" She nodded. "Yeah, his new parents will be here shortly. But I think everyone here is happy that they at least had 1 week of fun with him. Am I right?" All of the kids shouted, "Yes, we're happy." They all settled down and continued to eat their breakfast. As soon as Miss Meeks finished feeding Jamal, she took him to her office. She wanted to make sure that the Halls had a copy of his file. The doorbell rang when she picked up the folder. Smiling, she looked at Jamal. "They're here." Then she went to the door to let them in. "Hello, Miss Meeks." "Hello, Jamal," Crystal said. "Can I hold him?" she asked. "Oh, of course. He's your son now, and he's going home with the both of you," Miss Meeks said, making Crystal feel very good about having a child of her own. Stephen was at the car, trying to get the car seat situated. Miss Meeks and Crystal watched Stephen struggle from the doorway. Whatever he was doing wasn't working. "I think he needs a little help," Crystal said. "He's been at it all morning." Miss Meeks chuckled, knowing that Stephen was probably a little nervous. "No problem. He's most likely just very excited about having a child. I'm sure he couldn't concentrate on breathing right now if he wanted to." Miss Meeks stepped out of the doorway. "Let me give him a hand." "Stupid seat! Why won't you get in there?" Stephen grumbled to himself. Miss Meeks cleared her throat, grabbing Stephen's attention. "Hello? Do you need any help?" Stephen jumped and banged his head on the ceiling of the car. "Ouch!" he shouted as he rubbed his head. "Hey, Miss Meeks, I can't get this silly thing in there right. I think the store gave me a broken seat." Miss Meeks leaned into the car to lend a hand. Click. In a matter of seconds, the car seat was secure. "It's all in the wrist, my friend," she said in a calm voice. "Thank you so much," Stephen said in a sarcastic tone. He stood there looking at the car seat. wondering how she had done it. Miss Meeks walked back to the doorway where Crystal was holding Jamal. Is he okay out there? Crystal asked. Yes, he's fine. He was just a little jittery, that's all. She remembered that she had placed the folder with Jamal's documentation on the end table. Oh, here are Jamal's papers. You will need them especially when he gets older. As she handed Crystal the papers, all of the kids made their way over to Jamal to say their goodbyes. Bye, Jamal, we love you, they all said. Miss Meek smiled, but the sadness was showing on her face. Yeah, we're going to miss the little guy, but we know that he is in great hands. Crystal nodded as Stephen walked over. Yes, he is. We already have his room set up, and believe me, it's a kid's paradise, Stephen informed him. Crystal shook her head. I had to stop him. He tried to buy out every store that sold any type of baby items. I guess we're just overly excited about the new addition to our family. Miss Meeks chuckled. You could never be overly excited about a child. I would be afraid if you weren't, she said, looking longingly at Jamal. He is a sweet baby, and he deserves the best. That is why I chose you two to take him. Stephen and Crystal looked at Jamal as well. Thank you, Miss Meeks. He sure does deserve the best. We will make sure that he gets all the love that he needs, Stephen responded. I know that you both will love him dearly. You all deserve each other, Miss Meeks said. Stephen nodded. Well, I guess we're off. Oh, yeah, by the way, we'll be moving at the end of the month. I got a new job at a big law firm. Congratulations, Miss Meeks said. Her heart skipped a beat as the thought of the move triggered a jolt of fear in her. Where is the new move? It's in Springfield, Massachusetts. Yes, not Hero City, she muttered. What was that? Stephen asked. Oh, nothing, Miss Meeks said, filled with relief. Wait, Springfield, Massachusetts? That's clear across the country. Yes, I know, Crystal answered. We've thought about this for a while now, and we believe that this is a great opportunity for the both of us. I think the move will be good for the family. Miss Meeks sighed heavily. Well, if you both ever need anything from me, just give me a call. I left a number to the orphanage in his file. They both smiled and gave Miss Meeks a hug. Stephen and Crystal couldn't thank her enough for putting a new life into their family. The Halls then walked to the car and placed Jamal in his car seat. Bye, Jamal, bye! All of the kids shouted from the doorway. Stephen and Crystal waved as they pulled away. Everyone stood and watched the car disappear around the corner. All was quiet until Miss Meeks shouted, Come on, everyone! Let's play a game and eat some ice cream. The kids ran back into the orphanage. Yay! Last one in is a rotten egg, one kid shouted as he darted towards the kitchen. Miss Meeks stood in the doorway for a few seconds longer. Take care, Prince Menzuo. Be safe, my little superhero. She lowered her head as she closed the door. Jamal was now part of the Hall family. That wraps up chapter 2 of Menzuo, The Calling of the Sun Prince, The Big Move. Next week, we will be dropping chapter 3, A New Start for the Hall family. So, before you do that, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also join our new Patreon that's been launched. And you can also get updates from my new website that will be dropping soon, a new age of superheroes.com. Once again, before you go away, tell me what you think about the series. Comment below, share with everyone, and welcome to the Menzuo Universe Book Club.